Hello, everyone. My name is Jason. I'm here for Daily Dose of Hope, day 299. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. Daily Dose of Hope is just that. The energies on our planet are picking up, and as they do, things around us start getting wackier and wackier, and it gets harder and harder to stay out of judgment or stay out of fear or stay out of all of the emotions. And so this is just an attempt to bring, if you are stuck out in the polarities, to kind of bring you back into that middle path. And we always use the description of the yin and yang symbol. You have you have this one side and the other side, but in the middle there's this wavy line, and that's the line that we try to walk on. We try not to jump into all those things that are happening, and of course it's something near impossible, but yeah, so that's what this is about. And yeah, so let's begin. One thing, I don't really have much to say. It's just something I noticed just recently, though, about health, about when things happen to you, health-wise, that there's so many different ways of looking at it. There's the idea that we have our physical body, then we have our emotional body, we have our mental body, we have our spiritual body, and then so all these different bodies are affecting, and they work on our body as well. So our belief system. So for example, in the morning, I do a little bit of Alexander technique, which is a technique that I'm not really, I've only taken 2 or 3 classes back in school, back like years ago, 30 years ago. Well, but yeah, and it's just body awareness, being aware of your body, being aware of your spine, and straightening it, but letting your body relax by acknowledging that your body is your body. And then I realize sometimes that I'm holding on to things, and here on my shoulders, I'm holding on to stuff, and I just have to kind of let my body be my body, because my mind thinks like, no, we should do this. It's like, no, you don't understand the body. Let the body do the body's work, and let us do our work. And so I find it's a really helpful technique, and I think it's really related to health as well, because it affects us on so many different levels. Of course, certain medicines will work, but they work maybe because we believe in them. And if we don't believe in them, they might not work as well. And also there is the other level of the blueprint that we have in this life. Maybe we're not supposed to, maybe that medicine's not supposed to work at that time. There's all these different things. I'm sure many of you have experienced that in your life, where wow, that was like a miracle. That wasn't supposed to happen that way. And yeah, and they are. And that our health is, I kind of think, recently, just looking, that a lot of times with our health, there are messages there for us to help us to learn different things. And I know for me, it always happens when I do too much. I just keep working, and then I don't take a break, and then I'll get sick. I'll get a fever, and it knocks me out for like 2-3 days, and then I'm forced to fast because I can't eat anything, and I'm forced to rest because there's nothing else I can do. My body's not working. So recently, I've been preventing that by just trying to take lots of naps, or whenever I feel tired, just relax a bit and not try to push anything, because there's no point in pushing anything anyway. Like, who are we trying to impress? So yeah, but so similarly, right? My body's telling me, slow the F down, and I'm not, and then just like, all right, we're just turning it off, and they turn the whole system off. But I'm trying to be like, okay, I'm listening to you guys. I'm hearing you. I don't want to have that fever. That's rough. So TT Tracy says, let food be thy medicine. We've been poisoned. Yeah, all this stuff about the seed oils and all this crazy stuff. I was talking with one of my students today, one of my guitar students, and we're talking about, so I live in Japan, and there's a famous story that I've heard many times, that when Coca-Cola first came to Japan, everyone thought it tasted like Chinese medicine. And the reason is because it does. Chinese medicine was a big thing not in Japan, but in well, it was in Japan as well, but in America as well. There was a big uh, alternative, holistic, I guess, medical practices. There were a lot of stuff going on at that time, and there were a lot of Chinese immigrants that were selling all of these things. And of course, you guys probably know all that too, right? About the soda fountains. People, that you would go to the soda fountain to drink soda, and the soda fountains were always in the drugstore. And so the soda was a tonic. They would mix different herbs and spices, for whatever it is, the problem that you had. And so, right, but then someone came in, someone with the last name of R that we all know and love. Well, I don't know if we love, but we know. And he overhauled the whole thing and made a media campaign to base all of our drugs on non herbal remedies, to base them on petroleum, basically, right? So, but these things, and then they slandered all of these natural remedies that have been around for 5,000 years, all these Chinese medicine, and they called it snake oil, and that's where we get our snake oil from. He's a snake oil salesman. I mean, that's how it's embedded in, like, at least in the American consciousness. I'm not sure about other English-speaking countries, but yeah, I know in America, I mean, it's just, he's a snake oil salesman, which means he's a practitioner of ancient Chinese medicine. It's like, and what happened to the Chinese medicine? It became Coca-Cola. That's all we have left over from it. And licorice sticks. Licorice is one of the main ingredients in most Chinese medicines. It's the adaptogenic. I can't pronounce it. But it's used because it helps all of the other medicines. It's the same as ashwagandha in Ayurvedic medicine. So, but anyway, I was just talking about that, and we were talking about how, yeah, they were saying it tastes like Chinese medicine, and I was saying when I came to Japan and I was trying like Chinese medicine, because there's a lot of just Chinese medicine that people just take normally, and I thought, oh, this tastes good. This tastes like candy that I used to eat, and right. So the most healthy thing, the Coca-Cola, was a mixture of all of these Chinese medicines together that was a tonic, but then now it became something that rots your teeth. Also, the name quack was coined to disparage natural healers, TTT Tracy said. Yeah, exactly, right? We had all this stuff already. It's not new, right? This alternative, well, it wasn't even alternative. It was just normal. It was common sense. I mean, you use herbs and you use, and you understand your immune system, and yeah. But yeah, so I guess that's what we're coming back to. I think all of the things in our planet at this moment are forcing us to look at that again. And there seems to be two camps happening now. One that is going very, very much into all these new medicines that are coming out, and the other that's just saying, you know what, I don't need any medicine anymore. I'm not going to the doctor anymore. That's me. Well, unless there's something I really have to go, there's something, but I go to the acupuncturist now for, monthly checkup, or sometimes more, check me out, make sure I'm okay. um, and yeah, I don't know why I was off on that today. But yeah, exactly. But yeah, so our belief is very, very important. And also, yeah, watching what we eat. A lot of, I've heard, this is something that was talked about before, that in Europe, they're very strict about the things that they can put in their foods, in their processed foods. It's very strict. Whereas within America, it's not strict at all. And even in Japan as well. Japan's even worse. Like, they just put everything, and we're finally realizing that as well, that we really have been poisoned. It's not really an overstatement. We've been poisoned. And it's not like a conspiracy theory anymore. It's just, we all know it now. Um, let's see. TD Tracy says another issue is parasites. Yeah, that's another thing that's come out again, which I think was common knowledge before, because I know, well, at least I know in Japan, the people that are in their like 70s now, the people that kind of grew up in the World War II, they used to always be given anti-parasitic medicine once a year. They go to school and they'd be given it, just to get the parasites out. And we still do it to all of our our animals, the horses, the cats, the dogs, the cows, but somehow we just stopped doing it to ourselves. But it's like nothing's really changed. I mean, it's not like, things have not really become that much cleaner. The the theory that a lot of people say is the well water, but yeah. So, but yeah, and the natural waters too. I don't know why I'm off on this. I'm sorry. But like in Japan, they have onsens or hot springs. There's hot springs everywhere in every town you go to. There's, well, not every, but they're all over the place, and they're the healing waters. And somehow in Japan they've let them stay. But for example, if you go to Bath, England, they have all of these Roman baths, right? But they're all kind of closed down. No one uses them, right? No one goes into them. There are all these baths in America as well, and they're all closed down. People used to believe and understand that the healing waters, and we're kind of relearning that again. Oh, there's this thing called transdermal, so that the nutrition and the minerals in this water will get into our skin and will help us. They know it in Japan, but yeah, they closed down all those baths and said, "Oh, that's very interesting." Those Romans, they love to take baths. Ha 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 ha. It's like, what are you talking about? This is like in Japan, people, like for cancer treatment, for example, there are onsens or hot springs that you can go to attached to like a clinic, and you just go there and live there for maybe a few months or something, just soaking in the waters every day, just to heal yourself. It's something that I think we need to get back to as well, because we've got healing waters all over the world. Wow. But anyway, just that kind of stuff is interesting, in that our health is also like our dreams. Like we have to interpret our the things that happen to us. Like, oh, my eyes are really itchy, for example. I'm not, my eyes, like this past week, my eyes have been very tired. I haven't been able to see very well, which is weird. But there you go. I mean, but that's the message. Look carefully. You're not seeing everything. You're not really looking. And that's our body just teaches us all of these different things. And if we listen, then they'll be like, okay, all right, that's enough. Let's let them see again. And okay, I can see fine as now. So yeah, TT Tracy said, no, talk away. Very important info. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So and just to continue a little bit about the doubt yesterday, it got me. The doubt got me. But I've learned since I'm a composer. I write music, and I don't think I was a very natural composer. I really had to struggle, and I still do. I struggle a lot in composing. It's not like I just sit down and just write. It's just every time it's just you're filled with self-doubt. You finish one piece and you look at it and you're like, wow, that's pretty good. But then you have to start the next one. It's just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have all the techniques. I can, if I have an idea, I can really make it into something big. But, the idea and something really that can move you, not just some, notes on a page, but something that really means something. And it's just, yeah, so much self-doubt. And, you go through what am I doing this for? Who do I think I am? Blah, blah, blah. So I've been through that, the past 20 years almost on a daily basis. So I'm no stranger to doubt, self-doubt. So, and what I've learned is that you just go through it. You just go through it and let it be what it is. And that's what I've learned. I don't know if it's the way that everyone else does, but that's what I do. You just plow through doubt. Just, doubt is doubt. But it's not going to stop me. So there you go. Just wanted to share that. So I'm going to go into a channeling, and I'm going to ask, do they have anything to say in addition to that about this energy now? It seems as if someone turned off the lights on the world. I don't know what's happened. It seems like good things are happening, but the lights got turned off somehow energetically. Energetically, not like actual lights, although there are certain things that are, but just energetically, feeling wise, it just got really dark. Like just the lights were turned off, and allegorically speaking, but just I don't know. Let's ask about that. I want to ask about that. Greetings. We are that one that you know of as Yeshua, and we are here. And we are here with you, with all of you, all of the time. You'd be surprised. You feel like you are alone so many times in your life. You're never alone. We're always there with you. Wherever you go, we are with you, we are watching you, we're helping you, we are trying to give you guidance, to guide you in the right direction. This is a very, very important time on your planet where the whole galaxy, the whole universe is watching with bated breath, watching to see what you do, where you will go, how will this story end. It is the greatest show on earth. It's the greatest show in the universe. How will all of this end? And we can give you a sneak peek. We won't try to spoil the ending, but we're going to say, we'll tell you how it'll end. It's going to end in love. That's how it all ends. That's the only way that everything can move into. That is what everything is moving towards, even if it doesn't realize it. Everything is moving towards love. You are moving towards love. The world is moving towards love. And there is nothing that can stop this love from coming, because it's already here and you feel it in your hearts. So this turning off of the lights that this being is experiencing is he's avoiding the light. He doesn't see the light that is around him. That is all. And that is what is happening. Many of you are being tricked by the images on your screens, by the stories that you're hearing, into believing that the light is not there. No, 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 no. The light is around you. The light is there. All you have to do is see it and connect with it, because it is there. It has never left you and will never leave you. You are made of love. You are the light. You are the love. You just forgot. You just forgot to shine it. And that's what's happening. And that's what's happening for this being. And for those of you who are feeling this energy, you are the love. You are the light. You just have to remember it. Okay. All right. And before I go, well, I didn't mean to talk so long today. I'm going to do a quick a cappella pocket of peace, because I feel like, for me at least, as Yeshua said, it's all me. But just to, if anyone else is feeling this way too, just to kind of brighten up, remind us who we are. So here we go. Pocket of Peace, a cappella version. It's a short meditation if you're interested in joining in. If not, you don't have to join in. So I'd like you to, if you could close your eyes, if you can. And if you're driving, please don't close your eyes. That means you, Kathy. So please close your eyes if you can. And I'd like you to imagine that you're surrounded by this golden light, this beautiful, amazing ball of light that just surrounds you, and it makes you feel so loved and so welcome. This is the golden light of unconditional love, which is your birthright, which is what you're made of, which is the only thing that you make. You are loved unconditionally. And so I'd like you to just imagine that this is around you. You feel this light of unconditional love, and it just feels so powerful and strong. And I'd like you just to imagine that it just starts to warm up your heart, and then warm up the rest of your body. And then I'd like you to imagine that this love, it just wants to get bigger and bigger, and it does, and it gets bigger and bigger and expands throughout the room that you're in. The whole room is filled with love. All the pencils and pens and the chairs and the desks and the tables, everything is just made of love now, because you made it out of love. And this light is now going outside. It's going outside of wherever you are, and it's just going through all the highways, all the byways, all the streetcars, all the motorcycles, all the subways, all the waterways, every way. Love is traveling at the speed of love, which you might not know is the fastest speed in the universe. It's faster than anything we know, and it's just traveled throughout the whole world. The whole world is filled with love now. We're all filled with love, and it feels so good. And you can see everyone around the world just stopping what they're doing and say, what was that? I don't know what it was, but I felt like I was in a deep sleep. I felt like everything was dark, but now I just feel really light. I feel like the light has come, and I feel like, you know what? I got this thing. I got this thing. This thing cannot get me down. I'm so much bigger than this. I'm made of love. I'm made of love. The light is so powerful. Look at that. And everyone, you can see everyone just kind of like they woke up from a nap, and they're just, I feel so refreshed, and I feel like now's the time. And so for everyone who's walking out in these pathways that seem shadowed, where you can't even see one foot in front of the other, for all of you that are struggling through these days, we're sending this love to you so that you are strong, because you are strong, and you are the light that will light up that pathway. You are bringing the love. You are bringing that hope. That road is not going to lead you to hope. You are leading yourself to hope. You're just remembering. So this energy is just spreading out throughout the world. And all stories of sadness, all stories of fear, all stories of anger are gone. They're replaced with stories of love. All stories of doubt are gone, replaced with stories of love. We see everything with love. Everything is gleaming, and there's just no room for any of the darkness anymore. We've just shined all of the darkness out. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. All right. So a bit of a pocket of peace. So anyway, I hope you guys are hopeful, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow if all works well. Thanks, TT Tracy, for being in the chat with me. And yes, I hope you guys are all hopeful, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. And as they say in Okinawa, go beach. So anyway, ciao for now.